With the launch of Scorched Earth, it only seems right that we investigate the reality of one of this Ark's best early game companions. I'm not talking about the Jerboa, but the Morellatops. So let's jump into this new world and a new creature. The Morellatops is a work of fiction. It never existed. But if we look a little closer at the dossier, we can see that it is described as a Morelladon and Ceratops hybrid. Both of these creatures did exist, so let's investigate the histories of these two and see what impact they had on the game's creation. Before we get started, if you're enjoying this series, please make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel as it really helps me out. And if you'd like to chat more about dinos and ancient creatures, make sure to join my Discord, the link is down below. The Morelladon is an extinct genus of herbivorous Styracosternum ornithopod dinosaur. In plain English, it's a plant-eating, bird-footed dinosaur that had a fused thumb-like claw on its hand, much like the in-game Iguanodon. It lived in what is now Spain during the early Cretaceous period, around 130 million years ago. The first fossil was discovered in 2013 in the Mas de la Pirata quarry in Morella in Spain. The type species was described and named in 2015, taking the name Morelladon beltrani. The genus was named after the city of Morella and the Greek word odon, meaning tooth, and the species was named after the owner of the company that had been exploiting the quarry where the fossil was found. The remains that were found were a partial skeleton that lacked the skull. It is described as being a medium-sized dinosaur, about 6 meters in length and weighing about 2 tons. It made headlines in 2015 for being a rare example of a sailbacked dinosaur. Sailbacked is a little misleading though, and it was probably more like a hump, as the supporting vertebrae were very robust rather than long and thin. This hump was likely used for thermoregulation or as a fat store to be used during periods of low food. During the late Cretaceous, southern Europe was more like an archipelago of islands, and the climate alternated between wet and dry periods, with strong temperature variations. Being able to regulate body temperature or store fat deposits for lean periods would have been essential for survival. The main predator in the area at that time was the baryonyx, and if you haven't already, you should go and check out my video on them, but after you've watched this one. To find out about the other dinosaur in this prehistoric hybrid, we need to jump forward to 76 million years ago, during the late Cretaceous, and move to the North American continent. The fossilised remains of the Ceratops were first discovered in the Judith River Formation in Montana in 1888. They were described and named the same year. Ceratops means horn face, and it takes this name from the 2 horn claws that were discovered. Ceratops is hard to describe because so little of the skeleton was found, but as it is a ceratopsian, it would likely have been a quadrupedal herbivore with a thick tail, a frill on the back of its head and facial horns. If you're currently imagining a triceratops from that description, then you're on the right track. They were related, and some species previously thought to be ceratops have been reclassified as species of triceratops. Unlike Triceratops, Ceratops is thought to have been relatively small, but no one knows for certain. Ceratops likely had a beak at the front of its mouth and rows of teeth in the back. During the late Cretaceous, North America was split by the Western Interior Seaway. It created a very flat, low-lying ecosystem, with coastal plains stretching down to the water's edge. Ceratops were contemporaries of species of ankylosaurs and hadrosaurs, as well as the Deinosuchus, and a tyrannosaurus similar to the Albertosaurus. The Morellatops is a hybrid of these 2 creatures. It seems to have taken its lower body shape, thick tail and beak from its Ceratops element, whilst having the humps on its back that nod towards the Morelladon. It's worth noting that the full name of the in-game creature is Morellatops dromedarius. Dromedarius is a late Latin word meaning running or runner, and is seen in the name of the dromedary camel, which is a one-humped camel found across modern-day North Africa and the Middle East, and also in Australia. The Morellatops definitely shares characteristics with modern-day camels, particularly the ability to store water in its fat deposits, although I'm not sure that a modern camel would be too impressed if you tried to extract water directly from it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, And if you made it this far, comment Procoptodon down below so that I can leave you a little heart for watching the whole video. I'll see you in the Ark. Take care.